So generally, the identifier is a word. Today we are going to discuss about identifier. Identifier is a word which is used to identify the variables, methods, classes, and interfaces. Is called identifier generally. Generally, what we do is like we will identify the particular method or variable or method. That is nothing but we can say that is nothing but a identifier. And identifier, it can be a variable or it can be a method or it can be a interface. Okay, and a few rules are there for identifier declaration. That is nothing but like identifier starts with alphabets and special characters like a dollar and underscore, and it does not allow any duplicate values. Sorry, it does not allow any spaces generally. And once we declare the identifier, if we have declared in a wrong way, we initialize in a wrong way, so at that time we have like a error, that is like identifier expected. So generally the identifier is a word. Just using that word, what we do is like we will identify the particularly this is a variable, this is a class, this is a method, and this is an interface. Like that we will identify with the help of identifier. And we can say like the variable, it can be a variable or it can be a class or it can be an interface. And we have a few rules. Must starts with alphabets and special characters, and it does not allow any spaces. Okay, once we have given any space, at that time we will get like identifier expected error. Okay, so let's say few examples. So for example, we have like a test is a identifier. Okay, so in the test starts with alphabets and it don't have any spaces, so that's why it is valid. Okay, and underscore, sorry, ampersand income at the rate, sorry, income hashtag tax is invalid because our rules are like it's need to start with like alphabets and special characters like a dollar and underscore. But when it's our condition, it starts with like ampersand, and like we have another symbol called asterisk, and income tax we have given, so it's need to start with alphabet and special characters such as dollar and underscore. Okay, it is invalid. Okay, and the third one is like a dollar demo, it is valid because in our condition need to start with alphabets or special characters such as dollar and underscore. Okay, it is a valid one. And this one is like underscore arcs also valid because in our special, like in our case, the special characters is like a dollar and underscore only, so that's why it is valid. Okay, so let's see one simple example. Yeah, let me let me create one notepad. Okay, so generally what we do is like we are creating a class. Every time we need to create a class. I'm giving like class name demo, and main method is like public static void main string. Args are the parameters, and like here what I'm doing is like I am declaring a variable. Just don't confuse. So just like you can consider it as a demo program. So I'm just declaring a variable int ampersand income tax. Okay, I'm just declaring a variable. I'm giving a value 10, and here this is like we can consider this one is as an identifier because like it can be a variable or it can be a method. This one also we can consider it as a identifier, and the class name also a one identifier. So here what I'm doing is like I'm writing int ampersand income tax, and I want to print this one. So we have a print statement like system dot out dot println. Okay, so here what I'm doing is like I'm printing hello world. Okay, okay, I'm printing hello world. So I'm closing this braces. Okay, so every time what we need to do is like we need to save this particular file with .java, right? So here what I will do is like I will write like a demo. Already demo is available. So I can say example. And so whenever we are writing like class name, we need to give the public as well. So whenever we are giving public, class name and file name must be same. Okay, we need to give class name and file name must be same. So save. Here what I'm doing is like I'm writing uh, yeah, here the first letter must be capital, notations, save. And here I'm writing example dot java. Okay, every time whenever we are creating a java file, so at the time what we need to do is like we need to write like a dot java is an extension. So click on save. Once I save this one, I'll go to the command prompt. Here in I think we saved in D directory. I'm shifting to D directory. And here what I'm doing is like I need to compile this file java c example dot java. Okay, this is the command for compilation, like compiling. Okay, once I enter this one java c example dot java, the file is not available. I think we saved in E directory. Let me check. So java c example dot java and enter. Okay, you can able to check like here int ampersand a. So what it is giving here, we are getting an error that is like not a statement, not a statement. So we have declared a variable, but it is throwing an error because it is not allowing any special characters. So we have only the special character that is like two characters, that is a dollar and underscore, right? Are you getting right what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it is not allowing us. So if in case what I will do is like I have given int args, and here instead of ampersand, what I will do is like I will remove that ampersand and I will save. And let's see whether the value is like hello world is coming or not. Again, we need to compile java c example.java, click on enter. Okay, it is compiled, there is no error, right? So again what we need to do, we need to run. So at the time what we do, java and dot class file name is example only we have. Whatever class name you are giving, same name we need to give, enter. You can able to see hello world. Okay, so like this we will get. Okay, so like this we will get like we will get identifier expected errors. Okay, it will not allow, for example, special characters. Instead of that what I will do, I will give the space. Okay, save and space. So let's see whether it will give an error or not. Okay, so again what I will do, I will compile java c example.java. Java c means java compiler, and example.java means what have which file we need to run. We need to give that particular file name and along with the extension. Just click on this, you can able to see like expected comma. Okay, it is not allowing the space as well. Okay, so like this generally we need not to declare. Okay, it will give an error. If in case underscore dollar is also not allowing, and for example I have given a dollar, let's check whether it will allow this dollar or not. Okay, so what is our rule? Our rule is like it will start with alphabets and special characters such as dollar and underscore, right? So let's see whether it will allow the dollar or not. It is compiled. Okay. And let's run the code. Okay, it is working, right? So like this we will do. Okay. Are you getting right? Identifier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Identifier is a word which is used to identify the variables, methods, classes, and interfaces. It can be a variable, or it can be a method, or it can be a class or interface. And the rules to declare identifier. Identifier starts with alphabets and special characters such as dollar and underscore, and it does not allow any spaces. Okay. If you declare, you will get like error identifier expected, or expected it will give error. Okay, is it clear? Identifier.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, everyone, is it clear, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's move to the another topic, that is like keywords. So in Java, like we have a keywords. So keyword is nothing but a word which is reserved by language itself is called keywords, we can say. And in Java we have like 50 keywords. Okay, so in 50 keywords, what we will do is like we will get all the data. For example, what we will do is like we will use the already reserved words in the language. For example, what we have done in the program. So the reserved word keyword is public. Okay, so you can able to, yeah, you can able to see the reserved word public is there or not. In Java we have a 50 keywords. In the 50 keywords which is present here, so let's check in the keywords. For example, in the keywords, this public is available or not, the public is there or not. You can able to see the public is here. Okay, and you can able to see here, we have like int is there or not. You can able to see int is also available here. Okay, and next we have like static. Static is also there. You can able to see static here. And we have a public, and you can see void also here. Okay, and yeah, class also there. So keyword is nothing but a keyword which is reserved by language itself is called keywords. Using that keywords we will write a program. Is it clear? So without like keywords we cannot write a program. So like variable name and class name is a different, that is a user defined. So according to the user, they will declare the class name and variable name and method name. But remaining all are the things we need to declare within the keywords only. Is it clear? Keyword. Yes, we have to use 50 keywords. So within the 50 keywords only, what we need to do is like, we need to use all these keywords within the program. And we need to write using that keywords only, we need to write a program. Okay. So everyone, is it clear, right? Keywords.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's move to the next topic. Here, data types. So generally, data types is nothing but, so far everything is clear, right? Identifiers and keywords, and like JVM, JRE, JDK, and the main method, the public static void main string args. Okay, so don't consider this as a variable so far. Going forward, we will discuss about what is the int, what is the all. Like this thing, like the public class and public static void main string arg system.out.println. Is it clear, right? So system.out.println is public static void main string args is a main method generally we use whenever the program execute. First of all, it will search for the public static void main string args because it is a main method. Okay, so is it clear, right, so far? Whatever we have discussed.
Farooq, where do we use interface in Java?
Going forward, we will discuss, Kishore. Interface is going forward, we will discuss interface, abstract class, and in abstraction, what we will do, and OOPS concepts and all we will discuss. This is the basic only. So going forward, we will discuss, Kishore. You no need to worry about it. I will explain you clearly. Okay. Yeah. So everyone, is it clear, right? Yeah. So generally, the data types in Java, we have two types of data types generally. So first of all, what is a data type? We can discuss. Data type is nothing but a data type that determine what value variable can be held and what are the operations variable can be performed on variable. We will discuss generally. So generally the data type is nothing but we will tell the particular data type you need to store this particular value. Okay, so in Java we have two types of variables, data types. One is like primitive data type, another one is user defined data type. Okay, so primitive data type is predefined data type, okay, which is already present. It is called primitive data type. And when it comes to the user defined data type, which we need to declare the particular data type, is nothing but user defined data type. Okay, so here in primitive data type, we have a different types of 8 types of data types, which is divided into like 2 categories, we can say. Yeah, that is nothing but like in primitive data type, we have like byte, short, int, long, float. Okay, byte, short, int, long, float. Give me a minute, I will explain you in clearly. So we have like integers. In primitive data type, we have like integers. We have a integers. Integers is nothing but like in the integers, we have like a byte, short, long, byte, short, int, long, byte, short, int, long is there in the integers. And when it comes to like float point number, when it comes to float point number, inside the float point number, we have like float and double. And when it comes to character, it will be a char, and boolean, it will be a bull. Okay, so first of all, in primitive data type, like we have a 8 types, which is divided into 4 types, we can say. So the first one is like integer. Integer is nothing but numerics, we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So inside that we have like byte, short, int, long. Okay, so in the byte, short, int, long, we will store integers. Okay, so in the byte, short, int, long, we will store integers. And float, when it comes to the float point number, inside the float point number, what we will do is like we will store the decimal values. For example, I will give you an example. So whenever we want to store the float value, what we will do is like 10.00 F we will do. we will write like this. Generally, whenever we want to store the particular value, we will write like 10.00 f we will give. And because f means float, and when it comes to double, generally what we will do is like a decimal value we will give. Okay. So float value, we need to give, particularly f we need to mention. And when it comes to the double, just we need to give the decimal point only. Okay. And characters, character is nothing but we'll give in single quotes. Okay. Single quotes and alphabets like capital A or small a, small lower cases or upper cases. We need to provide within the single quotes only. We need to provide within the single quotes only. Okay. And one more thing, in the Boolean, the value is like it is a true or false. True or false. Okay. The true or false we need to give in the Boolean. Okay. So like this, what we will do in the primitive data types. Primitive data type, we can say in the primitive data type, we have a 8 types, which is divided into 4 categories. In the 4 categories, the first one is like byte, short, int, long. And the second one is like float point number. In the float point number, we have like a float and a double. And we have another one. The third one is like character. We can say it as char, which is like stored in the form of single quotes only. And Boolean, we have another one is like another data type is like Boolean. We can say bull, and we can store the data such as like true or false. Okay. And one more thing, like in the primitive data type, in the integer default value, when the system takes the default value is 0. Okay. Default value is 0 for integer byte, whether it will be a byte, short, int, long, it will take 0. Okay. And here in the float point also it will take like 0.00f. Okay. And character, it will take null. Character, it will take null. And Boolean default value, it will take false. Boolean, the default value, it will take false. Okay. Are you getting right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So everyone, is it clear, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So like in the primitive data type is a predefined data type. And like in the predefined data type, we have a 8 types, which is divided into 4 types. First one is like integer, float point number, character, Boolean. In the integer, we have like we have like byte, short, int, long. And the byte default, like byte, short, int default value is 0. And when it comes to the float point number, we have like a float and double. So the float value we will give like 10.0f or 20.00f or 30.00f as your wish whenever we are declaring the variable. And when it comes to the double, we need to give like a 20.0f or 10.0f or 0.05f or 0.05, like that, without giving any d value. We are giving, and the default value is like 0.0f it will take for float, and a double also it will take 0.0. And like when it comes to the character, it will store the value in the form of single quotes only. Whenever we are declaring character, we need to declare within the single quotes only. And the and it will take the default value null. And in the Boolean, we can say Boolean, and the value is like we need to give true or false, and it will store the data. Sorry, the default value is false. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So like you when it comes to the user defined data type, User defined data type is nothing but class, object, or array. So the class, just now we have created a class, right? Everyone has saw like we have already declared a class earlier. Okay, that is nothing but a user defined, and we like the string is also a data type, user defined data type. Going forward we will discuss about string is nothing but sequence of characters is called a string. And we have a array. So array is nothing but a collection of homogeneous elements is called, we can say it is a array. Okay, so like how we will declare a array and how we will initialize the array, how we will assign the array, all these things. And going forward, we will discuss about how we will create a object and how we will call a particular method. Going forward, we will discuss. So far, is it clear, right? Data types.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So everyone, is it clear? Okay. So data types, we have discussed the data types. So data types is the most important. Going forward, we will discuss about like what kind of data we need to use, where we need to use, how we need to declare. All these things we will discuss. So this is the most important thing, and most like this is the most important thing because this is the standard Java notations we need to follow. Okay, so whenever we are creating a Java file or Java class, so at the time, what we need to do is like whenever we are creating a class, the class name, the first letter must be the capital. Okay, first letter onwards, capital. It will be like capital only. So, for example, okay, this is a class. Like whenever we are creating a class, so at the time we are writing a class and the class name first letter should be capital. Okay, class name first letter should be capital, which is like camel case only. Okay, for example, we have written demo and I will write like a demo test. So it would be like a camel case. It need to be present in the camel case. So whenever we are writing a class or interface, at that time what we need to do is like it must be the first letter onwards capital case. We can say first letter must be in capital case. Okay, uh, like I have given a example like a demo test. Okay, and for example I have given a class class testing verify, can say verify test case. Okay, so this needs to be camel case. Okay, like this we need to give first letter onwards, the first letter, the first word, first letter onwards, it would be a capital. Okay, first letter must be in capital whenever you are creating a class. And in interface also what we need to do is like in interface also the first word, first letter must be in capital. So whenever we are creating an interface, we need to say like interface, I can say runnable. This is a default interface which is present in Java. And we have a one more interface called closable. Okay, and we have a one more interface called like in Selenium we have a one more interface called take screen shots. Okay, this is also an interface. Okay, and in Selenium we have another interface called web driver. Okay, all these are different interfaces and classes. So for different interfaces and classes, the first letter must be capital whenever you are writing a class or interface. Is it clear?
Yes.
So let's take few examples. whenever you are writing a class, in the class name, the first letter must be capital. And example, is this demo is valid or not whenever you are writing a class? Whenever you are creating a class, is this demo is valid, right?
Yes, yes.
Because we are creating the first letter must be capital. And this employee, yes, employee also valid. And in interface, like runnable is valid or not valid? Yes, it is valid. And this closable is valid or not? Yeah, this one is also valid. Okay, are you getting right? Class and interface. Everyone, is it clear, right? A class must be starts with a class, the first word, first letter must be capital. Okay, and interface also, the first word, first letter must be in capital case. Okay, in uppercase. Okay. And when it comes to method and interface, when it comes to method and interface, a method and when it comes to method and variable, a method and variable, second word, first letter must be capital. Second word, first letter must be capital. This is the standard generally in the industry they are following, and everyone is following. So whenever you are creating a variable or method, the second word, first letter must be capital. Okay, first letter in class, the first letter must be capital. But in method and in variable, the second word, first letter must be capital, we can say. We can see the examples. Let's see the examples here. For example, we have declared one in this class only, we have declared one variable. We can say data type, we have a int data type. Okay, just now we discussed it, right? We have a data types, right? That int, I can say I can say test count, okay, equals to 10. Okay, so like this I will write, this is the valid because second word, first letter must be in capital. Okay, and for example, test case name, okay, so here what we need to do is like we need to declare a string. String is nothing but a sequence of characters, we can say. Like I will write like verify home page. Okay, verify home page. This is the one variable. So what we are doing is like we are writing the test case name. Okay, name must be like second word must be capital. Is it clear, right? Are you getting right? This is the variable. No need to worry about it. Why we have written a string and why we have written integer and why we have written int and equals to 10. Why we have written? No need to worry about it. Just you can concentrate this identifier or method name or variable name. You can concentrate. So whenever you are declaring, the second word, first letter must be capital in variable. Okay. Are you getting right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So like this we will declare. So whenever we are creating a method, so at that time what we need to do is like in the method also we need to declare like we need to declare a method name also. The second word, first letter must be capital. Second word, first letter must be capital. Like that I'm writing just for your reference, like void verify login. Okay, in the login, the first letter, like in the verify login is the second word and the first letter must be capital. So I have defined it as L, capital L, uppercase. So we are following the standard. Are you getting right, everyone? So this is the best practice we need to do whenever we are writing a code. Okay, so if anyone asks what is a Java notations, like you need to say class and interface. Whenever we are creating a class and interface, the first letter must be capital. First letter must be in uppercase in the first word whenever we are declaring. And when it comes to the method and variable, in the method and variable, the second word first letter must be capital. Okay, so we need to explain like second word first letter must be capital whenever you are creating a method like that. This is the major important notations we need to follow. Okay, is it clear so far? We have discussed. Okay, yeah. So can anyone explain me like public static void means string args? What is a public?
Access modifier.
Yeah, what is a public?
Access modifier.
Yeah. What is a static?
Keyword.
Yeah. What is a void?
Return type.
Yeah. What is a main?
It is main method.
Main method, yeah. And what is a string?
It is data type
Yes, it is a data type.
or parameter.
Args are parameters, or you can,
Parameters are predefined.
yes, predefined. We can say it is a variable name. Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever the interview question, this is an interview question. Can you explain me the public static void main string args? So public is an access modifier, static is a keyword, void is a return type, main is a main method, string and args are parameters, and the string is a predefined class. Okay. So, and once you explain this, like if in case they ask you to explain, like if you have written in the code like system dot out dot println, so we need to explain this one as well. So what is a system? System is a predefined class. We can say system is a predefined class, out is a reference, println is a method, we can say. Okay, so this is the basic question they will ask. And one more thing, they will confuse you like this. For example, they will write like public void static main string args. Can we write like this? We can say no, because like public is an access modifier, static is a keyword, void is a return type, main is a main method. Because void is a return type, it need to be present within the method only, in front of the method name only. Okay, and we can write like this. Okay, if anyone asks, can we write like this? You can say okay, but whenever they have written like this, it is not valid. Okay, we cannot accept that thing. Okay, are you getting right? Okay, so like this they will confuse you. So at that time you need to say no, we cannot write like this, because we need to follow the standard process only, like that. Okay, so can anyone install the Java? Can anyone try to install Java? Okay, today I will share the link. So you can download Java and you can install Java by following the video, and you can set the environment variable as well. Okay. So is it clear so far?
Yes.
Yeah. Is there any doubts? So tomorrow what we are going to discuss is like we are going to discuss tomorrow variables, how we will declare a variable, and like how we will assign the variables, and like how we will initialize the variables, and what kind of data we need to use. Okay, and like that. And one more thing, just I will explain you one more thing, that is like IDE. We can say this is Eclipse IDE. Instead of writing the code in Notepad and running a command prompt, okay, running a command prompt, what we will do is like we will write a code in Eclipse, and we can run our code in the Eclipse only. Okay, so like currently I'm using JDK 1.8 only, so that's why I'm using the old version Neon. So if you want to download a new version, just create a new account in Oracle and you can download it. Okay, so is it clear so far? So going forward, what we will do is like once the variable concept, like you guys understand, then we will write like different programs. Okay, so using that, we will write Java programs. Once the variable initialization, variable declaration, variable assignment is completed, we will write a programs. Is there any doubts?
At present, no.
Okay, so yeah, you can see here, this is the Eclipse IDE. Generally in this IDE, what we will do is like we will write our code and we will execute our code in this IDE. Okay, a minute, I think. So generally you can able to see right screen. So what we need to do is like we need to create a project generally. So I will show you how we need to create the project and all. So first of all, we need to click on File, New. We need to click on New. Once we click on New, here we need to go Project. So once you click on the project, here it will ask you Java project or EJB project or like J2W project or Maven project, different type of projects we have, and web project. Okay, so just now if we are creating a simple program, right? We just need to click on Java project and we need to click on next. And here we need to give like the project name. So I will give like training V1, training underscore version 1 I have given. And JRE, I'm using currently JDK 1.8 version. And again, we need to click on next. And here, these two files will create like in the training, we have like SRC folder. So just click on finish and you can click on yes, this one, and you can click on finish here. So once you click on the finish, the training underscore V1 is created. So inside that SRC means source, we can say. This is the source directory, we can say. So here we need to create a class. Just we need to do right click, new class. So going forward, we need to give like training JP, just Java program like that I have given. We need to give a class name. The class name must be capital. The first letter in the class name word, the first letter must be in capital. So I'm giving a demo. And here I am clicking on finish. Once I have created this one, then, and one more thing, going forward, we will discuss about package as well. So where is the right? So here what I'm doing is like public class demo. And here I need to write a main method that is like public static void main string, public static void main string args, public static void main string args. And here I want to print some message like system dot out dot println. I can say hello world. Okay, this is the basic program what we are doing. So once we save this one, okay, just earlier what we are doing is like we are going to the command prompt and we are navigating to the particular file location. Again, what we are doing is like Java C file name dot Java. We are giving demo dot Java or like that. Once it compiles, next what we are doing is like Java demo. We are writing class name. Okay. So now just what we need to do is like do right click, run as Java application. So it will compile itself and it will give us the output. Okay. No need to write like Java C file name dot Java or Java demo. Okay. Is it clear? So this one is like just you need to navigate, you need to download this Eclipse. Just you need to navigate Oracle, eclipse.org website. Okay. Or otherwise, if you're not able to like do that thing, I will share the link to you. Just you need to right click and extract that file. No need to install anything. Just you need to extract that particular file. Okay, in your local directory. Once you install that thing, you will get the files like this. I will show you. So it will available like this. Okay. So it will be like this. So just you need to double click on this application icon. Once you double click on this application icon, you will able to launch Eclipse. Okay, this is the old version. And there is a new version also. There is an installer. So you can directly install that thing as well. Okay. So here I can say Eclipse download. It will navigate to this page, Eclipse download. Once you download, you can click on allow cookies. Here, the latest version is like get Eclipse IDE 2023-3. Just you need to click on this one. So here you can download, just click on this one, it will download itself in exe format. Or otherwise, like you want to check the different things, you can go down and according to that you can search. Okay, you can, or otherwise you know to download in the package. So we have a different packages. For example, Eclipse IDE for Java developers, Eclipse IDE for Java developers and web developers. Okay, C, C++, Python. Lot of things are there, but we need to install like Eclipse IDE for Java developer. Okay, you need to click on this window 86 and you can able to download this one. Okay, and I will share you the Java link. Sorry. So you can easily download. Okay. So is it clear, right, so far? Yeah. So once, like I will share you the yesterday's recording as well. Just go through this recording and tomorrow we will discuss about the variables concept. Okay. Once you know the variables, then going forward, we will discuss about like if statements and like for loops, if statement, if else statement, for loop, and while loop, do while loop, enhanced for loop. And going forward, we will discuss about arrays, like how we need to declare an array, initialize a array. All these things we will discuss. Okay. So is it clear, right, so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think we are good to wrap up. So tomorrow we will discuss about how we will declare a variable and initialize a variable, and we will write a simple swap program as well tomorrow. Okay. Is there any doubts so far? I can consider it as no. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow we will discuss about variables concept. Is it clear, right, so far?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, team. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Tomorrow we will discuss about like